Oh, my poor eyes. Okay, I'm going to give you an example here of the use of the RenderView package. So to start with, here is a bit of code from an online source that just generated this PNG image right here. Let's make a new folder. Okay, so Mandelbrot Go. We're starting with this data from web. We're going to drop out the image PNG because all of these constants right here and the constant output of a file are going to go away. So we're going to drop the PNG encoding, the file opening and closing, and we're going to return what's it being called? Image draw into B. So we're going to return B. We're going to strip out this main and turn this into a Mandelbrot function. And then instead of passing in all of these, go away. Don't understand why it's got a mistake it wants to click. Okay. Actually, let's call this render Mandelbrot since she's already got a Mandelbrot function there to do the basic calculations. So what we're going to do here is pass in these values. So we want left, we'll call it what they want, rmin, imin, rmax, imax, all float 64s, and then we want a width as an int, and we can leave the red, green, blue constant for now. Max escape value as int. So now we'll get rid of all these constants except the red, green, blue. Now they're being passed in. Oh dear. We had a bit of damage in scrolling there because it decided to get funny on me. Let's see. So that should be image is equal image rect. So maybe it just got an extra U. Alright. So now Mandelbrot is functional. We just need to change the package to Mandelbrot. And we can move on to the next file. This is going to be a package main, because that's our executable. It's going to import Mandelbrot and github.com/Chrome RenderView. Alright, we need a main function. And we're going to set up a model. So let's go as far as we can with just the basic render model. So our model will be equal to new basic render model. Oh, that undid a bunch. How annoying. Render is a function that needs to return an image. No, render is a function that needs to return an image. Inner render for the basic render model just needs to set image equal to a function. So in this case, we're going to be calling the Mandelbrot that we set up. So that'll be under Mandelbrot render Mandelbrot. And if you recall, it wanted a few parameters. It wanted rmin, imin, rmax, imax, and max escape. So we have to get those for it. We can get those by setting up as parameters. So I'm going to add parameters, and I can do rb alt parameters. So that once we're using integers or floats, we'll say false for floats. A hint, options, left, top, right, bottom. So false because we want to use float 64 parameters. Our hint can be hint sidebar so we can see the values and edit them. Our option will be auto zoom. We'll see a bit later that that is actually slightly inappropriate for this because the code ignores the height, and I think that also means I have a parameter there. Let me see, go doc render Mandelbrot width. So, and then we go straight into left, top, right, bottom. So if I bring this back up, we can see that her original values here, and I'm saying her because this was done by Sonia Keys, this code that I'm borrowing here, were -2 for rmin, imin was -1, rmax was 0.5, and imax was 1. And that's all of the, yep, that's all the parameters we need. And that returns a slice, so we need to turn that into a set of parameters to add. All we need after that is like I said, I'll actually add it for me if I let go. Driver main. Go. Okay. Undefined max escape. I forgot to set that. Oh, I need to collect these parameters first. All right, so min is left, our max is right, min is top, max is bottom. And I'm going to come back here and add a manual parameter for the maximum escape value. So that's going to be a new, it's an integer, new int port parameter with a starting value of 100. Oh, needs a name. Max escape, starting value of 100. And so max escape will equal in get parameter max escape. And I needed width. Width will equal in get parameter width. And those are set up, those are the default parameters, which are optional. You can leave them out and put them in yourself. Okay, we need to collect them. The actual value of the parameter at that moment. So that one's an integer, that one's an integer, these are floats. Did I not close? Okay, I'm not sure why that's wanting any number of parameters. Maybe you can only do that as the last entry. Okay, there we go. Oh, these are problems in my previous one. Max escape is passed in, but I need to pass it into this function as well. I need to hand it off. So we'll need to add it to our call. Mandelbrot is called here. Max escape. Okay, what else did I complain about? Invalid operation width divided by, so we need to float that. Where are we doing that? Here. We need to tell it that it's got a return type, of course. Image. 64 divided by max escape. Where are we dividing by max? Here. And that was allowed previously because it was a constant. And constants have weird types. Okay, so now we can switch to command GUI and go with here as well. Okay, cannot find package Mandelbrot. I called it Mantel Demo. Sneaky. Zoom has an extra underscore in it. Undefined Mandelbrot, that needs to be changed to Mantel Demo, which it's already taken out because of the okay. So, just like that, what was a single static PNG image is now an interactive, zoomable fractal viewer. Note over here on the side, I am missing max escape. That is because I passed in a hint to the default parameters, but here I'd never set the hint on that parameter. What I have here is a function, which actually is an RV, set hint, that applies a hint to any number of parameters that you pass to it, and then returns them as a slice. So we then have to unslice it again. I'm missing, oh, just a comma in there. Didn't rebuild. So what I like to do here is do a go build with a double ampersand. Undefined RenderView set hint. Why is that undefined? Go doc says it's defined. That says it's defined. So why are you saying that it's undefined? Did I type it wrong? Set hint. Set hints. That's what it is. Set hint there was the set hints. Set hint was a member on the parameter. So now we can go back to building and running. Now we have max escape value. So once again, zoom in a bit. And of course you can see that once we get in far enough, we're losing definition in the areas there. We can bump up our max escape value. And it'll take a little bit longer to render. But no, there's detail in those areas. That's probably higher than it needed to go. We could drop it down a bit, say maybe 300. There we go. So once again, to remind you of what we did there was we took a function off the internet, just anything in your code that produces an image. Here is a function that, when called with certain parameters, produces an image. And in basically a single page of code, we said what parameters we wanted to be able to manipulate. We told it what we wanted to call with what parameter values. And out of that, we got an interactive graphical interface with panning, zooming, paging optionally, zoom in and out. You can also hand edit these values. Let's say we want to go back to -1. And 1. And top of 1. And bottom of 1. And it handles window scale. It gives you interactive value editing. Nice and easy. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed.